Thank you for listening to the Tattness podcast on the Tattness Co. Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, a Mercedes kind of sentiment, luxury and trust in me to honor the free we all should be. It seems my sundial burst into yin and yang, right and left me.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Tattness podcast. Today's show is not for the sensitive, so be warned. Okay, so before we get into this subject, I already gave the warning that this one's not for sensitive people because it can be taken in certain ways, so we'll get into that in a bit. I want to address some other things first. Talking to my personal assistant today, and she suggested that I might be due. It might be time for another Ask Me Anything show. She feels it's been a minute, so
I think that'd be a great idea. It's definitely been a minute.
It has been, 2 years now, I think?
Almost damn near, I would think.
Yeah, shit.
I can't really remember. I know we were talking about that and earlier. It's like, I don't even remember what I did 5 minutes ago sometimes. It's funny. You ever notice that a lot of people's short-term memory is kind of crappy, but your long-term memory or significant events in one's life just stick out and you remember as if it was yesterday?
Yeah, I guess it's a matter of importance, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. I might, now there's people that missed out on the first one, and a lot's happened since, and there's probably a lot of people that have questions, so I figured I might do that in the near future. So anybody that has any questions that they would like included in that show can email them to Tattness at tattnessco.com, and we'll get on that. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, and for those that are new to it that don't really know how that works, there's not really much I wouldn't answer. There's certain questions I don't really want to get into because it's usually just divisive or boring, I don't really get into politics bullshit and whatever. And I'm sure somebody will ask, fucking longtime fans especially will probably ask some shit about whatever happened with me and somebody else, and whatever fucking happened, where we don't really communicate anymore or whatever. And I'll just answer that now and get that out of the fucking way, because I really don't want to answer that. I think Ask Me Anything shows are supposed to be kind of fun, and that kind of shit just brings up drama or whatever. So at the end of the day, bottom line is I fucking expect a certain, I hold people that I consider fucking friends to be, I hold them to a certain standard. I expect a certain standard from them, and if I don't get that, then fucking why are they even close to me in the first place? You know what I mean? If you're gonna act fucking the same way a stranger would, then don't fucking waste my time. You know what I mean? So that's basically what that comes down to. If somebody starts getting fucking shady and shit and makes me question their fucking loyalty, or makes me question their intentions, then they're gone. Fuck them.
Yeah.
That's basically how it is. There's no fucking need for drama at this point. I'm not beating that fucking dead horse. It's, letting that sleeping dog lie.
That's sometimes the best thing to do. Just leave it where it is.
Yeah, so shit like that, I would rather not have to answer again. I think I've said plenty about that subject. But other than that, everyone's been really cool with their questions and really respectful. Some were really funny. Some weren't even fucking questions. They were just kind of statements or memories of, when they met me at some fucking signing or something, which is cool. So stuff like that's totally fine too. It doesn't always have to be a question, I guess. We're pretty chill about that kind of thing. I'm pretty jazzed today. Fucking got to have a cheat meal because I've been fucking training my ass off for this upcoming movie, and just, getting into hardcore strict fucking shape. So training my ass off and eating super clean every day. It's nice to get that one day, like my boy DJ fucking, who just goes nuts with it and just has whatever the fuck he wants for the day. And it's nice, man. It works. So I was so jazzed. I'm gonna smoke some fucking weed tonight and eat pizza and just fucking
just crash.
And then tomorrow it's fasted cardio again, and then fucking brutal workout, lifting mad weight for fucking hours. So, back to the strict shit again. Mm-hmm. But that one day every once in a while just keeps you going, man. I love it. So,
damn,
it was much needed. I am sore all over, dude. I feel like I got hit by a fucking truck. And for someone that trains like I do, to feel that, I did some shit.
Oh, heck yeah.
My abs are so fucking sore, and everything's just brutal, which I love. It lets you know you did something,
Mm-hmm.
So, that being said, I'm going to preface this whole fucking thing by saying that this subject, I'm going to choose what I say very carefully, because I do not want people taking it out of context and creating their own fucking narrative. I say what I say, and I mean what I say, and that's that. I don't need people twisting it so it fits their agenda. I don't want people fucking taking it personal or taking it out of context and getting all upset about something that really wasn't what I said at all. So if you're going to listen to this show specifically, please fucking pay attention to it and don't hear bits and pieces and then put it together in an order that fucking suits you, because that's just not, productive for anybody. And the show is not intended to offend people. This is just kind of looking at the other side of the coin on this, and the subject that we're going to get into. Hell, when I talked about the whole equal rights thing being, kind of bullshit in many ways,
mm-hmm.
I was pretty clear on how equal rights is a great concept. It's just the people asking for it are not actually fucking asking for equality. They're asking to keep their special treatment, and then, fucking get anything that they're lacking brought up to at least equal,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, no, that's not how that works. That's not what equality is. So, and again, I've never worked at a single place before becoming famous and shit. I've never worked for a place where women were paid fucking less than men while doing the exact same job.
Yeah.
It's always based on seniority, if there's a pay difference, or qualification or education or
yeah.
And that was seldom that ever happened, so maybe in Canada it's not really a big thing, but I can't speak for the US. I don't really fucking know how that works, but today we're going to talk about this whole movement, this body positive movement, and how again, like I said off air, I am all for people feeling comfortable in their own skin. I think that's great. I think that's important.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate the term, because there's nothing positive about it. Again, goes back to the equality thing, where there's nothing positive about embracing your size but then trashing people that take extra care of themselves and stay fucking a certain size because they work out all the time. It's like you're shaming thinner people, huh? And then calling it positivity. That just doesn't fucking jive, you know what I mean?
No, it's completely contradicting what you're doing, like being positive, but you're being negative by putting someone down.
Right, so it defeats the entire fucking point of what body positivity was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't advocate fucking disrespecting anybody based on their size, being a dick to somebody based on their size, no matter what size they are. I think that's fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I think, disrespecting somebody based on the color that they are is fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so fucking ridiculous to me. But it gets to a point where I think when we start mislabeling things and then using it as an excuse to put other people down, it's really fucked up. And,
it is.
Again, it's just not what that means. You know what I mean? It's like people misuse everything these days to fit their agenda. They misuse equality. There's nothing equal about, somebody immediately getting fucking basically guaranteed custody of children in the case of a separation, but they want to keep that special privilege of, knowing that they're guaranteed to get custody of the children. They want to keep that special treatment. They don't want that to be in equal anybody,
mm-hmm.
Which to me, honestly, that should be on a individual basis. That should be based on who is more fit, who's more capable
Yeah.
of taking care of the children. You know what I mean?
And being able to provide for them
right.
adequately.
But, you know, I don't want to get off topic. So at the end of the day, it's not equality if you want to keep your special privileges and then, you know, also have things that you're lacking brought up to your standard. It's like, no. Equality means 50-50 across the fucking board. Everybody gets their fair share. You know what I mean? No advantage on anybody's side. And so this is the same thing. It's like, you know, don't call it body positive and then put somebody down for being, you know, athletic or thinner, or, you know, some people are hard gainers too, man. Some people can't fucking, you know, put on weight to save their lives.
No,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, some people's metabolisms fucking, they could eat like 20 billion calories and lose fucking 20 pounds from chewing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not their fault.
No.
So, but I just don't like that mislabeling of calling it, you know, body positive when shitting on somebody else, because, you know, people will call it fat shaming if someone says, hey, you're not healthy, and then they'll turn around and say, well, that's not, you know, acceptable, body positive, blah, 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 and then turn around and shit on fucking thinner people. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Two wrongs don't make it right. So don't call it positivity, bro. Like, don't advocate that you should feel comfortable in your own skin, but other people shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole thing, it's just the misuse of it. And not everybody does that either. I'm certainly not saying that. It's just those that do. And it's always on fucking social media and bullshit. It's so fucking stupid.
It is. And it seems it's more prevalent more than ever these days.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. And that's why we decided to talk about it, because it's kind of like the thing you can't ignore anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the fucking glaring subject that it's like, okay, are we going to address this or what? Because now it's getting fucking ridiculous, where the same people preaching about positivity about one's body are putting people down for being athletic or in shape.
Naturally thin.
Yeah, or taking care of themselves. Like, we did a show about that already, where it seems like such a backwards culture thing, where we now are going to be shit on for, like, working out and eating clean and taking care of ourselves. And, you know, and like I said before, of course, we're all going to die one day, and that seems to be everyone's go-to.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole thing is, like, yeah, we are going to die one day, and I personally would rather not spend my last years fucking coping with diabetes and fucking heart issues and all this other shit from not taking care of yourself. Mm-hmm. We're all going to die. That's mandatory, but fucking struggling on the way out is not necessary.
No, it's not.
There's so many examples of people that... I think Stallone just turned, 75, I believe.
Something like that. He's in his 70s.
And he's still in great shape. Like,
yeah.
He still takes care of himself. You know what I mean? And
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, man. Like, if I had fucking lived to see that age, that's where I want to be, is, like, you know, where the inevitable things that are starting to go are going to happen, but for the most part, you're in pretty good fucking shape. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's where I prefer to be, on that side of things. So... I don't know. That's just my personal preference.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just really bothering me. It just seems like, I don't know. I'm just worried. The fact, like, you know, like you said earlier in the show, there's nothing wrong with being comfortable with who you are and how you look and that. And the funny thing is, like, I remember when I was younger in the early 2000s, and someone did bring this up, like, you know, Dove started the Real Beauty campaign, which is like people not, you know, airbrushed to shit and caked on with makeup and everything, just saying, hey, you don't need all these enhancements. Like, now we have our filters on Snapchat and whatnot, and now it's just like, hey, you know, my doctor said I need to lose weight for my health because I'm at risk for this and that, but I'm fine and this and that. But then, like you said, it's like you're doing the opposite. It seems to be a sort of skinny shaming going around. And it's like, I was actually baffled the other day, too, was what kind of led us to this show, is there was this Victoria's Secret model said that she was, showed her wearing a bra that she wore at a previous show, and it was in 30 band A cup, which is very small. And she went to say, oh, I'm healthier now as a B. And I'm like, well, what about women whose breasts are naturally smaller? Like, are they unhealthy? You can't really put a number on healthy and what's unhealthy in that. But then it's like, again, I read the comments and I felt like people are saying if you were a size A cup bra, you're unhealthy and shame on you. You need bigger breasts. It's like, well, some people women just have smaller breasts.
I'm here for it too, so fuck those people. But, another point that you bring up that I find really fascinating is the majority of people on social media talking all this bullshit about, like, accept me for how I am and shit like that. It's like, okay, that's a great fucking standpoint, but then every goddamn picture you're using fucking Snapchat filters. Like, you don't even accept you for who you are. Like, why are you deceiving people with fucking making yourself look way different with filters and shit? You know what I mean? To try to look like some professionally done picture or some kind of... I'm not talking about the stupid fucking dog ears and all the bullshit. I'm talking these people that literally filter all their imperfections, and it's like, how are you going to demand people accept you for who you are when they don't even know who the fuck you are because you're selling a fake image? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're not even showing who you really are. You're not showing what you really look like, and then you're expecting people to... accept who you are and what you look like, but it's like they don't even fucking know what you look like behind that filter.
No.
Like, you're not accepting it, otherwise you wouldn't need that shit to make yourself feel better.
Exactly, and personally, I'm not one to... I don't really mess around with those things. I don't know, it's just not for me, but hey, I get it. If it makes you feel better about yourself, that's fine, but...
It just leads to a lot of shit.
It does, and questions. And actually, I remember seeing a picture. It was kind of funny. It's like people using all their filters and that. How are we going to know what you look like if you get kidnapped or something? It was like trying to make humor of the situation.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like with all this like dating shit, you know what I mean? Like, to try to lure somebody in, making them think that you look a certain way. Because let's be real, the first thing that you see is the person's image, you know what I mean? Their appearance. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing that attracts you. It makes you decide if you're going to talk to them or not, or read their profile if you're doing that online dating shit or whatever. So, obviously, how do you think they're going to feel when they see you in person and you look nothing like the fucking pictures that you claim are you?
Fucking upset. And I've seen people saying I catfish people on purpose. And I'm like, that's just cruel.
That's fucked up. Like that, I think
they found it amusing.
There's got to be something wrong with somebody to find that shit funny, or to get off on that.
Yeah.
I think there's something seriously wrong with people that fucking feel the need to waste other people's time because that's something you don't get back, and you're playing with people's emotions. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, they may get attached to you or who they think you are, and fucking.
And then the curtain's pulled back and they get the real deal.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And it's like, you just feel so let down and like, oh.
And betrayed,
Well, yeah.
deceived.
Then, like you said, you're like, I don't even know who this person is. Who are you?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's, I don't know. Like, again, to me, it's just a really weird fine line where people are preaching about body positivity, but yet they filter themselves. Mm-hmm. Like, are you really happy with you? You know what I'm saying? Because if you were... Why are you always fucking trying to enhance your appearance with fake fucking images and shit? That doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I get the fucking stupid animal ones and all that. It's all for fun, you know, and it's goofy and whatever. But I'm talking the ones that make you look airbrushed and shit. Mm-hmm. It's like, there's no need for that, man. I don't think any dude out there expects fucking perfection from anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's a nonsensical... Yeah, you're going to get some people that do because they're fucking idiots. Mm-hmm. But... I think mature people understand that nobody's perfect, and you get what you get, and people kind of, when they really care about somebody, they look at those imperfections as something that's like charm.
Or little quirks that just make you think of them, and it's like, oh, I love that about you. You may dislike that about yourself, but I love it.
You view it as unique, you know what I mean? Not as a negative thing.
Yeah.
Even though that person might be self-conscious about it, fucking, you think it's great, and it makes them them. So, I think that it's doing yourself a disservice to constantly filter all your pictures and try to cover up those things that, might actually draw somebody to you. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And and again, yeah, maybe it makes someone feel better about themselves, but then how are you going to preach about, fucking positivity about your, how you feel in your own skin when obviously you don't feel that comfortable because you got to fake it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't get that. It's weird to me.
It is. Like, why can't people be truthful?
I don't know. Like I
Just
said,
put everything out there. It's like, in the online world, we all just live these alter egos.
well, I think it's, honestly, I think it's self-conscious, masked as confidence. Because you wouldn't be upset by what other fucking people think of you if you're that confident. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think people are selling this fake confidence, but then they're all upset when somebody's like, oh, that's not healthy or whatever. Mm-hmm. And let's be real. Fucking, health issues come from this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blow smoke up anyone's ass. There's a certain fucking point where once you reach a certain size, health complications come with the territory. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sorry, but fucking, it's just how it is.
Yeah, and you can't change science.
No. You know what I mean? Science doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. Like, honestly. If it's unhealthy, it's unhealthy, but hey, if you're happy, so be it. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I could give a fuck less what somebody else does if they want to be healthy or not healthy or whatever. That's totally their call. Mm-hmm. It doesn't affect me either way, and I say all the power to them. They have the freedom to choose that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it's someone very close to me that I know personally that I'd like to be around a long time, then yeah, I'm going to get fucking concerned, but again, at the end of the day, all you can do is be concerned. You can't fucking change the way somebody feels, So it is what it is. I mean, it's just the whole thing to me is like labeling it as positivity, and then there's always still these people that take it and make it not positive anymore, but they want to keep that label, and it just gives a bad fucking name to everyone that really believes in the actual body positive fucking movement of accepting literally everybody for, it's like, why even look at anybody based on what their size is? It's so fucking retarded.
It is.
Like, just be cool. It's not hard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't give a fuck if somebody's like 500 fucking pounds. Or if they weigh fucking 60 pounds. If they're cool to me, I'm cool with them. That's
exactly
all it is. Like, I don't give a shit.
And it's their business, whatever they choose to do with their body.
Right. Why should I treat them differently? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Why is that grounds to disrespect somebody? I don't fucking get that.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? But to go on the fucking offensive because you feel like someone did that to you, there's nothing positive about that, so stop fucking throwing that label around. Cause it's ridiculous to me.
Would you say that label's like way overused and just thrown like a garnish now, it seems?
Try to find me any fucking label these days that's not overused and misused. Speaking of which, can we fucking please, just for the love of fucking all that is fucking holy, stop with this Karen bullshit and snowflake. Jesus Christ, people run things into the ground.
Yeah, like, I swear.
It's so cringy now.
Oh, and I do feel sorry for the people who are actually named Karen. I remember one person reading a comment, someone was like, I don't get it, it's offensive to people with that name and that. But it seems people have such a short attention span. Like you said, one thing happens and then it gets run into the ground.
It's just so cringy now. It's like somebody said that shit one time.
That was clever.
To be slick, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like, these middle-aged fucks are, like, saying it to every single person in a comment section. Like, it's the funniest goddamn thing. And it's like, you're like that old person just trying to be young and fucking relevant. And it's so cringy. Just stop. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a basic bitch fucking thing to say now. Like, just fucking... Can we be done with that?
Yes.
Oh my god, this snowflake bullshit and this fucking Karen bullshit. It's so cringy now. You know, it's like somebody's cringy ass mom trying to be like a teenager again. And it's like, really? Could you just not? Like, just shut the fuck up. Let's just drop that crap. It's so fucking obnoxious now. It's not even funny anymore. Not that it ever really was, but you know what I mean? It's just so overused and so stupid.
It is.
People just use shit till it doesn't even mean anything anymore.
Or people are just so done with it. It's like, don't say it. And
yeah, fuck, man. It's like, I don't get it. And the other thing is, like, you know, this whole... What really gets under my skin now is when people are like, oh, first day on the internet. It's like, really? I don't think the internet is an excuse enough to just be a fucking douchebag to people. Mm-hmm. Just because you wouldn't do that shit if you were right in front of them. They'd punch you in the fucking mouth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I fucking can't stand that shit. Like, people justifying being an absolute cunt to fucking people. It's so fucking obnoxious.
It's sad. It really is.
You know, it just shows the lack of quality of a human being when they're like, oh, I just totally trashed somebody. And, you know, fucking, they don't even know why a complete stranger is personally attacking them. So when they ask why you resorted to name calling or whatever over a simple fucking difference of opinion, and you're like, oh, first day on the internet, huh? Like, wow, that just shows the lack of character you have. You know, that you think being on the internet means you can just put people down because, fuck it, it's the internet. That just shows you're a shitty human being, in my view. So, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, what kind of person wants to go around insulting people just because it's the fucking internet?
Oh, God. A really messed up person. Like, I don't know. It just seems... The world is just, every day, I swear, it's just getting to become a darker and darker place. And I'm actually kind of scared, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's really going to hell in a handbasket, I think. Common sense is, like, pretty much dead and gone.
If you have it, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a rare quality.
Human decency, as much as it does take place, we don't see enough of it because media likes to kind of sweep that under the rug and hide it because, of course, there's an agenda to make everything look like gloom and doom. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, going on the internet, it can always result in one of two things. Either restore your faith in humanity, or you can see the fucking worst of humanity. And often it's the latter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And people seem to thrive on others' misery and misfortune. It's fucking awful.
And there's always that one dickhead that has to make the fucking most innocent posts fucking political. That really fucking irks me.
Yeah. Like, how much? To, like, no end?
It's so fucking obnoxious. Like, somebody could be talking about 80s TV cartoons and, like, you know, shit that they loved. Mm-hmm. And some dickhead will have to find a way to fucking throw in about how it's, you know, some kind of fucking, you know, insert political party here kind of bullshit. It's like, wow, dude, really? Like, there was no place for that, and you just kind of worked your way in there to fucking let everyone know what fucking side of the political fence you're on. Like, who gives a shit? Mm-hmm. Fuck, it's like, annoying.
Do you. That's all.
That's like, it. Like, nobody fucking cares who you voted for or didn't vote for or what your fucking political views are. We're talking about a bloody cartoon, for fuck's sakes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, there's always that one dipshit that has to fucking ruin the conversation. Everyone's getting along and reminiscing about fucking back in the day, and then this one dipshit comes in there like he's king shit and fucking has to make it about his political preferences as if anybody asked. Nobody gives a shit. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares. But, of course, the self-importance kicks in.
Oh, gosh, that's another thing.
You know, it's almost like the whole fucking, you know, it's been 2 minutes, I better announce I'm a vegan. You know, like, Jesus Christ. Like, trust me, we're good. We don't need to know.
No, it's like, it's fine, but if you want to do it, great, but you don't need to announce it every 2 minutes. Like,
yeah, I don't fucking care. Like, honestly, I truly don't. I love that everyone has freedom of choice, and that's the way it should be. So whatever people choose is totally their business. If I didn't ask, I don't fucking care. It's not my business. So, you know, and I don't talk politics. I don't fucking care about politics. At the end of the day, nobody gives a shit about none of you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's them lining their own pockets, and anytime people fucking think otherwise, you're going to keep falling for the same trap. I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, when I'm dead and gone, I'm not going to give a fuck who's running what country. Mm-hmm. You know, I focus on the things that matter while I'm here. Period. So
I think that's the absolute best way to be.
I don't wrap myself up in that bullshit and stress myself out over it, because who gives a shit? What's it going to change?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? Fucking, you know, at the end of the day, the agenda is going to see itself through. And there's nothing you're going to do about it. If they want to fix votes or do this or that or whatever, they will.
And us, like, average people can't do anything about it.
You know, like, if you're not in politics, man, you know, you're just kind of...
You don't have a dog in that fight.
No, not at all. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's basically what it comes down to, is they're going to fucking line their pockets at everyone else's expense. And when they're done, someone else will take that spot. And
the cycle repeats. Right.
If you voted, chances are you either voted for them or against them, but either way, you know, doesn't matter. It always ends up the same. Mm-hmm. So, you know, politicians don't give a fuck about y'all. So why make it, you know, a subject on social media every chance you get? It's so fucking obnoxious. But, anyways, let's take a pause for the cause here and fucking address the sponsor.
Yes, sir. Been waiting for this.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tattness, and whether you're a fan of my show, some of my movies, maybe you see me on TV, or my other bodies of work, either way, I appreciate it so much that I want to give back to y'all, man. I want to give you something in return for all your years of support. I want to help you trim your bush. I mean, not me personally, but like me and help from my friends. That's not making this better, is it? What I mean is, I want to give you a promo code to save money on the equipment to trim your bush. You believe me, right? Okay, moving on. Look, man, I get it. I'm just like you. There's nothing that makes me more nervous than the idea of taking some sharp objects near Stiff Willie and his backup singer's ball and scrotes. But thanks to Smooth My Balls, you don't have to worry anymore. You don't have to be sweating profusely and looking like the typical bomb diffuser from every action movie ever who forgot whether or not you cut the red or the green wire. Instead, you can grab yourself the turf chopper and you can mow that lawn with the confidence of a veteran landscaper on the back of a John Deere. We're all bros here, so I'm going to give it to you straight. The 70s are over, and with that died the trend of the big bush. It is now 2021, and yeah, we got some trends, man, but there's a reason why Netflix and didn't quite catch on, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're dating a dental assistant, she probably doesn't want to floss on the first date, you know? So you're probably wondering, what's in it for me? Why am I being so giving to your groin? Well, there is a mutual benefit here to both of us. See, you use my promo code, you get a discount, you get great products, and I get a kickback from Smooth My Balls. So, basically, I get a kickback, you don't get a nick sack. You know what I'm saying? All I'm asking of you guys is to think of me the next time you give your old George W. a trim. Go to smoothmyballs.com, and whatever you order, with every order, use the promo code Tattness, all lowercase, because size doesn't matter. Don't act like nobody's reassured you of that before. Come on now.
Alright, so now that's out of the way, and shout out to my sponsors, and they're fucking cool, man. I like dealing with them because their products are dope, and I mean, who doesn't need to, you know, take care of some shit once in a while?
Mm-hmm. Tame the jungle, you know what I mean?
You know, pretty unruly.
Yeah, let's just say us women don't like to really go deep woods exploring, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems that way, wouldn't it? I can imagine that would probably be safe.
It's not fun.
No, you know, dudes don't like it either, so.
No.
So, you know, it's a pretty cool fucking sponsor to have because everyone can relate. Mm-hmm. You know who I wish was, I'm not even going to say their name because they're not one of my sponsors, but that soap, dude, is so good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, so I wish they were one of the sponsors, but fuck it, they're not.
No.
Maybe one day.
Maybe, but for now, we won't really say the name. Can't give them free advertising, even though they're great. It's great stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna fucking you gotta pay for that sponsorship. But anyways, man, back to the point. I really feel like, we need to stop misusing terms and slapping labels on everything to make fucking intolerance sound nice. You know what I mean? It's fucking terrible.
It is.
I don't like it. I just feel like it's so it's one of those things, right? You can polish a turd all day. At the end of the day, it's still a piece of shit, right? You can sugarcoat hate all you want. It's still fucking hate. Call it positivity all you want. But I just don't feel like you got to be positive and comfortable in your own skin while fucking tearing other people down in the process.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I work out all the time. I love it. And I fucking take care of myself like that. But I'm not shitting on anyone that doesn't. I don't feel the need.
It's not your business.
No, it's not. I worry about fucking... And it's so irrelevant to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do what I feel is right for me. What
makes you happy.
Right. What makes me feel fucking energized and healthy. And, fucking comfortable throughout my days. And if it looks better, then great. It suits me. So, it is what it is.
I agree. Everyone just needs to do what's best for themselves. Don't concern yourself with other people's business. Makes you happy, do it. And if it makes them happy, let them have it.
Yeah, I just, again, I don't see how being comfortable in your own skin fucking has anything to do with tearing other people down.
No.
I think you can be totally happy in your own fucking skin without shitting on other people, and in the process, I don't think you need to put other people down to be comfortable in your own skin.
No.
So I think the people that do that are actually full of shit. They're not comfortable in their own fucking skin. That's why they always feel like they're on the defensive. Like, literally nobody that's, a certain size said anything about somebody the opposite size.
Yeah.
And then that person just builds that in their head that, they're fucking putting me down, so I'm gonna be vocal about it, and I'm gonna fucking let them know that I feel they're unhealthy, they're too thin or whatever. It's like, really? Nobody said anything. So what's with the hate?
Yeah.
Why not everybody just do you? And fucking be whatever size you want, and be happy with it. Stop putting motherfuckers down for stupid shit that doesn't concern you. You know. I don't see how, like, fucking it ruins anybody's day to see somebody any particular size, whether it be thin, fucking middle, average, fucking bigger, whatever, dude. Who gives a shit? Like, why is that so fucking important that we have to, like, address it and put people down for it? I don't get it.
I don't either.
You know what I mean? One way or the other. I don't give a shit. Like, fucking... But, there's a fine line between positivity and then calling it that and then shitting on people that are the opposite size as you. I think that's fucked up.
It is. It's really messed up.
And I never understood all of a sudden we're like putting people down that lift weights and shit and, take care of themselves. Like, really? Is this the fucking direction we're going in? That now it's like... It's a joke to be fucking fit.
And take your health seriously.
Yeah, to do the hard thing and fucking be disciplined every day to lift even though you're tired, even though you're sore. You got shit to do. Life happens. To have a routine that you focus on. And for many of us, it's therapy too. So, I mean, you know what I mean? But it just goes to show people will shit on people for anything.
And I think we really need to stop that. I think that's what's wrong with this world.
Well, it's getting ridiculous.
It's getting out of hand.
It's like, it's stupid. It really is. It's just fucking dumb to me. It's like, okay, that person takes very good care of themselves and is disciplined, and if that makes them happy, then what the fuck difference does it make to you if they don't eat things that you do? You know what I mean? Just like if I'm in the gym every day and someone wants to eat a bag of fucking Cheetos, which I wouldn't, okay, so that's what I wouldn't do. How's it my fucking business what they choose to do? It's not.
It's not, no.
So I don't concern myself with that shit. all the power to you, man. Enjoy. I hope if you're hey, if it makes you happy, then fucking I'm thrilled for you. You know what I mean? I think it's great. I think everyone fucking should be happy because we only get so much time on this ball of dirt, and then our number's called and we got to fuck off.
And
you know,
that's it. You don't get a do-over.
That's right. So, you know what I mean? I think trivial bullshit like that is so stupid on either side of the fence. I don't give a fuck if you're bigger, smaller, fucking average, if you're in fucking shape and, you know, jacked to the tits like fucking Schwarzenegger. Whatever, dude. All the power to you. If you're happy, I'm happy. Fuck it. You know?
There we go. End of discussion.
Like, I really don't see a point in shitting on people for, you know, and then, yeah, the only thing I could think of is envy. If you're shitting on someone that's fucking, you know, ripped or fucking jacked, let me assure you they earned that.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't come easy.
Shit, no. You know what I'm saying? And I think the smartest goddamn thing I've heard in a long time is that, you know, you want to fucking give such a small percentage of effort for the things that you want. You want what other people fucking work their asses off for. You want what other people paid for. But you don't want to fucking put in the work and earn it. And it doesn't work that way. My reps in the gym don't make anybody else bigger. You know what I'm saying?
No, unless they did the same work themselves.
Exactly.
You can't just be like, go over to some guy and take your muscles and be like, here.
Yeah, that's
you don't
all
have
yours.
to work for it. It's all yours.
Yeah, I'm done
Enjoy.
with this.
Yeah.
I've given up.
That'd be messed up if we could do that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's just stupid. I mean, you know, so instead of shitting on somebody because you're thinner and you want to be muscular, put in the fucking work. Eat more. Lift weights. You know what I mean? Fucking put in work. If you want to be thinner and you're not quite where you want to be, fucking eat less and work out and take care of yourself and you'll get there. You know, if you're happy with whatever fucking size you are, great. Then,
all the power to you.
Then there's no need to shit on other people for not being the same size. Like, I don't get it.
Like you said, it's like we drag others into our misery. It's like, hey, I'm not happy, so you shouldn't be either, even though you're clearly happy. Fuck you, basically.
I don't know why we do that to each other as people.
We're just selfish creatures.
You know, it's fucked up. So, I don't know. I just thought this was an interesting conversation to have because it seems to be so prevalent these days. It's like everywhere you fucking turn. On social media especially, the same people, you know, demanding to be accepted for who they are shitting on other people for who they are. And it's like...
there you go, the cycle again. It's like, what are you accomplishing?
Respect is a two-way street, man, at the end of the day. You know, and to shame everyone because of, like, the odd person's ignorance, I think, is fucked up, too.
It is.
You know, maybe you'll have one dickhead fucking say something ignorant because you're a certain size. It doesn't mean everybody that's the same size as that one ignorant dickhead fucking feels the same way.
Yeah.
And paint everybody with the same brush. I think that's fucking just ridiculous, too. So... You know, like I said, I train my ass off, and when I go into the fucking gym, I think that's another misconception people have is, like, in the gym, if you go in there a certain size, people are gonna mock you or fucking laugh at you. I've never seen that yet.
I haven't either, and when I see someone who's, you know, looks like they haven't really done this before...
I'm proud of them for
I
being
am
there.
too. I'm like, you know what? You did the first thing. A lot of people be like, no, I don't want to go. Or, I can't. You're trying. The only thing you can do is try.
Hey, man, first step to getting where you want to be is get off your ass and go do it, you know?
Exactly. And nobody can take that away from you.
And that goes for anything, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, when I was approached about becoming an actor and shit, it wasn't going to happen if I said, yeah, that'd be cool, but I'm never actually going to fucking, you know, get off my ass and do it. No, I have to fucking take opportunities, right?
Right.
The first step to fucking becoming a better actor is fucking acting, you know what I mean? So, you know, if you want to be in better shape, the fucking only way you're going to do that is to actually get off your ass and go and do it. And so it takes a lot of motivation sometimes, or a lot of guts for some people to go out to a public gym and, you know, take care of that matter and start from the ground up. Everyone starts from the same place, you know. I've seen, back in the day, I've seen people laughing at some kid because he was trying to lift too much weight.
Yeah.
And, I was pretty disappointed in them, and I was like, yo, instead of fucking laughing, why don't you help the kid?
Mm-hmm.
Give him some fucking advice,
Exactly.
So I did, and I fucking said, look, man, everyone wants to start out first day in the gym lifting 110 pounds and,
letting their ego talk.
Bicep curling, but it's like, yo, at your size, when you're fucking obviously just starting, and this is way too heavy for you, you gotta throw your whole body into it, you're gonna hurt yourself, man. So don't ego lift. Just start with something that challenges you and work your way up. We've all been there. We all started there. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it should be. Guide them. No fucking ridicule and laugh and mock them.
Yeah, like I said, what are you going to accomplish with that? The person's there trying. It's probably more than you would have done yourself. You know what I mean?
And to be fair, like, that wasn't just a normal gym either. That was, like, jocks, man. That was us, like, MMA cats fucking... that's why I was a little disappointed in my brothers, man, for fucking kind of laughing at a kid's expense when, and they weren't laughing, to be fair, they weren't laughing at him because they apologized to me after the fact, like, yo, you're right. And to be fair, we honestly, we weren't laughing at him. We were laughing at the fact that we saw ourselves in him. Like, we remember
those days,
being that kid and starting out lifting shit we had no business lifting and doing it with piss poor form because we didn't know any better. We all just wanted to be fucking Hercules right out the gate. Mm-hmm. So they apologized to him too because it's like, yo, we weren't laughing at you. You know what I mean? We were just laughing at ourselves, really. You actually brought us some fond memories back, so thank you. Don't take it personal. We were laughing at ourselves. We were kind of mocking ourselves because it's funny to see no matter how many generations go by, this is how it always starts for everyone, man. It's like a rite of passage where you have to walk into the gym fucking weighing like, 90 pounds and trying to lift 120. It just seems to be the way. It's
kind of comical, but it's just... We all start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Even myself, it's like going back to the gym and losing the weight. It's like, that's why if I see someone who looks like they are attempting to lose weight, it's like, I'm proud of you. It's not easy.
No.
And you're doing something about it. You're doing something to improve yourself.
Yeah, the first step to succeeding is doing it. Again, like I said, the first step to getting where you want to be is just putting yourself out there and doing it. So, it's just how it is, and I'm proud of anyone that's making any effort, whether you want to be bigger, smaller,
or whatever,
or maintain what you're at now, whatever the case, man. I think it's great. I like to see people doing what they want to do, and not letting other people put limitations on them. So, I was glad to hear that they weren't laughing at him, necessarily. It was themselves, really. And I could relate to that because I know when I started out as a kid, when I first fell in love with weightlifting, I know I wasn't lifting the heaviest shit. I certainly wasn't doing what I do now, 245 with one arm on a fucking pec deck. That was never going to happen at, 11 years old and shit. I was lifting the little fucking 10-pound dumbbells and getting that pump for the first time and like, oh, I like this, And then back in college, fucking going back again to train for the military and just falling in love with it all over again and having a whole fucking gym full of equipment. I was like a kid in a candy store, man.
Yep.
So I remember, I probably got overzealous. And your form suffers, and so I always try to guide people if I see they're doing something wrong, because I don't want them to injure themselves, because there's nothing more discouraging than trying to fucking improve yourself and then you tear something and fucking end up hurt, and it's no one's gonna want to go back after that experience.
No, because they'll be like, what's the point? Look what happened.
Yeah, so I think it's good to build people up, man, not shit on them.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
It's way too easy to tear people down all the time, and, and then I look at people that are very dear to me, like Mira and shit, and hear the stories of the things she's gone through, and I'm like, why do people fucking insist on being so cruel to people? Especially when they're such wonderful people. Like, she's an absolute sweetheart. I love her to death, and to think that there's a time in her life that people were less than cool to her is just, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. It really fucking bothers me, man. But, it's cool to see that people like her soldier on and they fucking improve themselves mentally by overcoming that and saying, okay, you know what, I'm not traumatized by it anymore. It doesn't bother me now. It sucked that it happened, but, you know, now I found ways to cope and to fucking just kind of feel better about life and about myself. And I don't let, you know, I always say, you know, motherfuckers' opinions of me and none of my goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? My whole concern is if I could look myself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, all right, you know, I can respect who I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And the people closest to me, if they fucking have respect for me, if they fucking view me as a decent human being, then that's what matters to me. I don't really sweat what strangers think, man. I love fans. You know, I love my fans. I love fucking their support. And I respect that they have respect for me. I appreciate that, and I respect them. But if someone's going to be hateful that doesn't fucking know me, like, it's no sweat off my sack, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just does not really bother me at all. I don't really care because they don't know anything about me, you know, so how can you have an educated opinion of me? And if I'll never fucking meet you anyway, then it's kind of a moot point, you know what I mean? There's no sense in letting that ruin your day. So, you know, again, everyone's going to have an opinion. You're not for everyone.
No, and that's totally fine. If we were meant for every single human being on this planet, I think the whole world would just collapse in on itself.
I don't know. I mean, in a perfect world, everyone would get along just fine. And, you know, nobody would feel superior to anybody else. But some people just have that ego, man. It is what it is. Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it is sometimes. So I don't let it bother me, especially when I don't know the person. You know? If it's someone dear to me and they feel like I fucking sold out or became a dick or whatever, then yeah, I'm going to be bothered by that.
Yeah.
But, you know, bothered enough to fucking change it if it's true, you know.
Well, I have to say, I think the bottom line is just be yourself and don't really worry about others. Don't let it bother you to the point where you become so crippling concerned about everything. It's just not healthy. Just do you.
Yeah, like I said, you know, at the end of the day, if people are worried about someone else's size, then I think they're projecting on themselves, because I don't see why it would affect you in any fucking way, shape, or form. I don't know why somebody being bigger than you fucking bothers you, or thinner than you. You know, if you're comfortable in your own skin, then why the fuck does it matter what someone else looks like?
It shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
And if you're not happy with how you look, do something about it.
Exactly. Like, what's stopping you? It's like you've said to me, you know, if you're not happy yourself, change it. It's not like someone's holding a gun to your head saying you have to stay unhappy and stay this way. That's making you unhappy. It's silly.
People have to hold themselves accountable and mind their own damn business, basically.
But I think with the age of the internet, you know, there's really no private business anymore. It seems every minor detail of one's life is everybody's business now.
Yeah, but people make it that way.
It's true, because we choose to share so much on the internet about every small detail of our lives, so it's kind of our own fault.
I don't. Fuck it. I keep my shit personal, private, the best I can. And, you know, I'm pretty discerning about what I put out there and what I don't. But, you know, I let my fans in enough, I think, but without boring them with all the fucking details of my personal life. But, you know, fuck. I mean, you know, there are people that do just put too much out there.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need to know every minute of your life, like what you're doing, what you ate for breakfast, what you're gonna make for dinner, and this and that, who your neighbor is, who your yoga instructor is. But you can keep that to yourself. It's fine to have some, like, mystery to yourself, you know?
Man, if people, like, start hounding me about more personal shit, I'm gonna take it to that level. I'm gonna be like everybody else, and I'm just gonna be, like, fucking posting all over social media. 4:30, scratched my balls. You know, like, fucking
5 o'clock, it took a dump.
You know, like, just fucking come up with random shit, like, ate dinner at 5:30 today. Had breakfast at fucking whatever time. Who gives a shit? It's so stupid. Pet my cat. You know, like, fuck. I don't think people care.
No.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's loneliness for some people. I don't get it, but
maybe. It's like, you know, we never really know what goes on behind closed doors. And who knows? Maybe it just brings some sense of satisfaction and joy to the person's life. It does. Good on you, but don't be upset and complain if people know so much about you if you put it out there.
You know, I think it's just an endless cycle of human beings just needing validation. And when they don't get it, they take it away from other people. You know what I mean? Because they're bitter that they don't have it, so why should you have it? And, you know, maybe if we all just kind of threw each other a compliment once in a while, we wouldn't all fucking be so insecure, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but...
I kind of like that idea. It's not a bad idea if we're just kinder to each other. Just said nice things, not nitpick at things that we don't like about the other person. Like, unless it's, like, directly affecting you, who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
It's not your business.
So be cool to each other, man. Or don't, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Just, yeah,
Thanks.
y'all are gonna do what the fuck you want to do anyway, but I don't know. I just think we could be cooler to each other.
I agree with you, especially in the recent years of everything the world's gone through these days. A little kindness goes a long way.
Yeah, man. You know, you never know what kind of nice gesture, as small as it may be, might do for someone, you know. Shit, look at fucking the fact that everything that I've gone through and been able to do now all stem from one person's kindness, you know what I'm saying? Like, that in such a small gesture meant so much to me that I ended up giving back to so many fucking people as a result, and do all this charitable shit as a result of one person's, you know, $7 gesture when I had nothing, you know, when I was 15. So, you know what I mean? Like, you never know who you're gonna kind of, you know, help form by just being that person that they needed at that time. So I think if we're all just cooler to each other, we might see some pretty cool changes, but that's just my personal shit.
Yeah.
That's my view on it. I don't know. People are probably rolling their eyes like, fuck off.
I like it. I think it's brilliant.
You know, because I've been known to go at people that fucking deserve it. So, you know, I'm not saying that I'm like motherfucking Teresa or nothing.
Brother Teresa.
You know, yeah, fucking with the Hulk Hogan handlebar mustache. But you know what I mean? Like, fucking, when it's warranted, I'll fucking rip into someone, but they know what they did. But I think overall, being cool to people. And, you know, I give people a pass, man. I call them the fuck out for their shit, and I let them know that this is where I stand on it, and I move on.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I don't fucking dwell on it and hate on everybody. It's like, if I have nothing to do with those people, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I fucking wish they get hit by a bus or some shit. You know, it's just I don't fuck with them no more.
Yeah.
Period.
There you go. Easy as that.
Wish them well, but I don't fuck with them. You don't have to be hateful, man. So, you know what I mean? So, I know. Trust me, I know. I can go off on people at times. But overall, I also do all this charitable shit because I believe in helping people that can't help themselves. And I just believe in being cool to people, man. You know? Fucking... The world ain't gonna get no better if we're gonna keep seeing color and size and all this other nonsensical bullshit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's just gonna make it worse. So let's try and get away from that.
Exactly. So that's my thoughts on the bullshit.
Yep.
Again, like I said, I think everyone should be comfortable in their own skin. I just hate the fucking misuse of the fucking term positivity in any fucking way, shape, or form. Because there's nothing positive about shitting on somebody else to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
bullying. It's basically, it's bullying.
It's being a dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, don't be a fuckhead, man. That's
Don't
it.
be an asshole, okay?
You know, just don't be a fucking dickhead. Don't be one of these self-righteous dildos that runs around telling everyone else what their fucking problem is, like you ain't got no faults. You know what I'm saying? Just be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't happy with yourself, fucking do something about it. If you're happy with yourself, then you shouldn't have to shit on other people in order to show that you're happy with yourself. You know? It just doesn't seem necessary to me.
Yeah.
You know? So, that's my thoughts on it, man. You got anything to add?
No, I think you pretty much nailed it, and I feel very mutual about how you feel about the whole topic.
Well, cool. And I'm gonna go smoke weed and watch fucking cartoons.
I think I'll join you.
I'll catch your asses later, man. Thanks for listening to this shit.
Catch you next time.
Destruction of the fear in us. I have yet to know what I